Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you my finished Archer shirt and I have another project which I might need your help with. So today I am showing you my finished Archer shirts by Grainline patterns if you didn't know what an Archer shirt was, and this is what I'm wearing. I don't know if I've got the fit completely right, but rather than point out all the things that I think are not quite right with it, I thought I'd just show you and you can see how it went. I haven't added all the buttons, so I didn't add. I have a really squeaky chair, so you'll have to excuse me. And I also have a new lens, so it means that I can have my autofocus on, so it means I can get close to the camera or then get back, and I shouldn't hear, or you shouldn't hear, any noises. With my old lens, I had to just stick it on manual setting and hope for the best that I was actually in focus. So I can actually show you up close now. So this is the collar. I didn't think that there was that much room to put a button. So my last, let's check. Yes, my last button, or my first button, is here. I haven't had, oh no. I've just discovered there is another button, but I probably wouldn't wear it that high up. And I would certainly never wear it like that. I know some people do, and it looks quite cool, but for me, I feel like I'm being choked. Also, as I'm talking about buttons, I put my hands down here, I put the buttons on the wrong way around. So I do up like this, so that side, and then it goes over, which is back to front. But when I stitched, I'm gonna move back, excuse the squeaks. When I did the top stitching on the placket, on the underside, which should be the right side, it went like this, and it caught the material in the underneath the sewing machine, and it kind of rippled, and it looked a complete mess. But the stitching on this side was really neat, really in order. So I thought, right, well, I'll just have that as the side that you can see. Although I have to keep remembering, because when I go to button up a shirt, I keep going to do it the other way around, so I just have to remember that. I also tried to pattern match as best as I could to keep the lines going across, but when I cut the pockets out, I was going to do the same thing. So I think I'm sure I followed the instructions for how to lay out the pattern on the fabric. What I should have done is cut it on like the bias, because then the lines were going to blend in, but then when you stitch under for the seam allowance, everything was a bit off center, and so it just looked a bit skew with. So I decided just to stop that, unpin it, so I haven't put the pockets on, but this pattern should have a pocket on both sides, but I just got rid of it. The cuffs, I wasn't entirely sure on how I was doing them either. So the pattern has a pleat. Let me zoom in. So the pattern has, see, there's a pleat here. I'm just looking at my viewfinder, that's why I'm not looking down the camera. There's a pleat here and a pleat here. Now, I put them either side of where the button is, but the pattern has two pleats either there or two pleats there. I forgot to mark on my fabric where the pleats were, and then when I'd done the stitching for like this bit, this opening here, I can't remember, it's just like the cuff placket, maybe that's what it's called. But when I'd done that, it wasn't obvious where the original pleat should have gone, so I literally just got the cuff here and just pinned it, and then any extra fabric I pinched out and made a pleat. So I just did it myself. I French seamed, so the seams, so you'd put like the shoulders in and then you do the seam all in one go, I think, yes, rather than, I thought you would sew the seam up for the sleeve and then set it in, but you don't. So that's all in one. So I decided to French seam it because this fabric frays quite a lot. So it is, I'll show you, oh, squeaky chair again. I'll show you. So that is your seam there. So it's all really neat. And then I overlocked, being really lazy and not want to change my thread, I overlocked the hem at the bottom. But yes, so these inner side, squeak, they've been French seamed, so I'm quite pleased the way that turned out. I think there was a method for doing something similar with the yoke or with the sleeves. There was something there, but I didn't quite follow what they were trying to say, so I just didn't bother. But I have run the insides of where the sleeve heads are, I have run those through, like all around there, the arm cyc, perhaps that's what it's called. I have run those through the overlocker after I stitched it, just because, again, just a fraying, but it doesn't necessarily need to have that. I'm not entirely sure if I've set the sleeves in right, and I sort of feel that they should be up, so it should be like, I don't know, there. I feel like they kind of like, but then maybe that is right, they're kind of like dropped a bit on me, so I don't know whether that's because of my body size, and so they should be shorter in there. I don't know. I did shorten the bodice by an inch. I'm 5'3", but I think I am short-waisted. So if you are a similar size, then you might want to do the same, although it might not make a massive difference, but for me it just sits right, especially with doing the buttons up as well. They're not too low and then getting stuff on my hips and not being able to do them up. All in all, I think it was quite good. I had a few little tricky problems with the button placket being caught in the collar stand or the collar when I turned it out, so I have had to put a few hand stitches in there just to cover that up. But I'm quite pleased with it. It's quite a timely process doing a shirt. I have made shirts before, but they haven't been full length with cuffs. So it's my first time doing that. I'm pleased with how it works. I'm actually off to my kids' parents' evening in about 10 minutes time. So I'm not hiding it away in the back of the wardrobe. So I'm quite pleased with how it works. It's quite a casual look and it's a cozy one, and it's not too big, but it's not overfitted, which seems to be my problem lately with overfitting things. Talking of which, let me just show you what I'm working on. I'm gonna crouch down. I'm working on this one. So it is Lizette B6168. And I'm working on the dress section here. This is the toil that I made, and I thought that it fitted, but it's quite tricky to fit your back. So I do have my dressmaker's dummy here, so I'll just show you. So this is the front, so I'm quite pleased with that, and I've left basting stitches in, so they need to come out. But all in all, that's fine. Although I did have some extra, which I had to sort of trim off. But the fabric at the back, it gaped a bit at the top, which I thought I'd sorted, but then it was so tight that I've decided the only way around it, because I meant to add extra on the side seam when I cut it out, and then I cut it out and then remembered, because I hadn't added it to the tissue paper pattern, which is what I need to do for next time. So I was wondering, I don't know if this is a good idea, because it has some back darts, whether I just undo the back darts to give me that extra space. But the only trouble is there's a few little pinprick holes where the needle has gone in, so I don't know if that's going to show up, whether I can iron it out. So I've half unpicked on one side, and I don't know if that's the best way. The other way is I don't have enough material to cut a whole new back piece out, unless I do like a panel just to extend it out on the side. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Should I try and put like is it a godette? Try and put something in at the side, or try and get the width in by eliminating the back darts? But then I don't know if that means it's going to be really poofy in the wrong area, and I'm going to end up with excess there, and there's going to be no shaping. So let me know below what you think, because this has been stuck for a few days. I always post my progress shots on Instagram, so I'll put my handle round about here on the screen now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, because it helps more people to see my videos. And I will see you next time, because I have a few other things in mind and a few bits of fabric that I bought recently. But I am seriously running out of time. I'm going to be late for parents' evening, so this is all I'm going to film for now. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.